Rap and Reason podcast with Dr. Jeremy C. McCool and Earl Hopkins.
So my first thoughts when I saw that they're collaborating, and I'm actually like trying to go through his discography. I think it's off of Larry June's The Night Shift, where him and Two Chainz have like collaborated like a decent amount over the years, like on what is it, Ocean Cuisine, few other records, bro. And usually, I'm gonna be honest, this might surprise you. There's some of my favorite records on these projects, man. Like,
Okay.
and so that gave me like an idea of like where it was going to go. Like I knew it wouldn't be buns. I knew that, but it's just like with those factors, you never know because we're not accustomed to seeing Two Chainz rap on an Alchemist beat. Not
That
really.
that that
You
that's
know what I mean?
that's the thing that threw me off. It's the two
Hmm.
over in Alchemist beat. Now, it makes sense on face value of they both talk fly stuff
Yeah,
and
exactly.
expensive stuff. Like
Hmm.
they both are luxury rappers, if you will. So
For
on,
sure.
on that front, I think it made sense. I just think they do it very differently. And listening
Yeah.
to the project, I also thought that they still do it very differently. But what were your
Mm-hmm.
thoughts on the album?
Yo, I like this album a lot. I think it just sounds like the title of the album is Life is Beautiful and it sounds beautiful. Like it sounds effervescent, if you will. You know what I'm saying? Write that one down for our viewers. But yeah, no, I thought it was I thought it was dope, bro. Like it just sounds beautiful. We shouldn't even be surprised. Like for me, the production is obviously one of the highlights because it's Alchemist, bro. Like I've been an Alchemist fan for like 10 plus years at this point, and he's been around far longer than that. So yeah, Alchemist cooked this one up like perfectly. And then like some of my favorite records, man, is Munyon Canyon, like the opener. Like from that point, it pretty much set it off for me. I was like, okay, if this
Yeah.
is what it's going to be, I'm gonna listen to this all the way through. No, like really no issues or hiccups, really. Aside from like a few records like Colossal, I didn't really love. It was pretty much magic for me, bro. And one of my favorite records, I know you're going to say it too, is a Generation. Generation to me is the best song on this album, bro. It basically
Mm.
is saying, yo, we are the generation. We are the reason that these YNs, these younger artists or folks are doing the lean, popping the pills, toting the guns. Like we're the reason, we're the generation that really is like responsible for that.
Right.
And I will argue that maybe that's true, maybe it's not, whatever. But like I think the idea is just fresh, like it's fly, like off that top. Because you don't hear a lot of rappers actually taking responsibility and taking onus for some of the things, the perils of this generation is now kind of like coming in with, bro. So that was dope for me. You already know us being businessmen ourselves, LLC is gonna
That's
hit.
that one is hard.
You know what I mean? Epiphany any day, like to me, Life is Beautiful is just that, bro. Like when I listen to this, I feel like I need to get up, hustle, do something crazy for the day, and circle back and do it the next, man. So I really like this. I really like it.
Yeah, man, I have to agree, man. I really like this project. I thought that it was dope. I like some of my favorite ones that stood out to me. Munyon Canyon, same thing, like super
Hmm.
smooth record. I think that their
Hmm.
styles worked well together. The production on this project is fire. Like I gotta
Fire.
give Alchemist credit. Like there's some dope production on here. LLC is probably my favorite one on here.
Mm.
I think it's just hard. I think just
Yeah.
like that one is dope. Life is Beautiful is dope. Um, I think those are my favorites, and I like the outro too. Um,
Yeah.
I don't got enough money to pronounce it right. Jean Prove. I don't know. It sound expensive, whatever that is.
Yeah. Yeah.
Um, believe it or not,
Mm.
I don't like Generations.
That's
But let
crazy.
me tell you why.
Wow. Uh-huh.
I think they missed a valuable opportunity with that record. I love the
Mm.
chorus and the concept,
Yeah.
but the verses have absolutely nothing to do with any of that.
That
And
is
to
true.
me, I hate when rappers do that. That is one of
Yeah.
my biggest pet peeves is when
Yeah.
you take a dope or deep concept and you put it on the
Mm.
chorus, and then your verses is just random,
It's random.
random,
It's a little
just,
random.
just random nonsense raps. And I think that's what messed it up for me. To me, that would have been a dope opportunity for y'all to talk about how this
Mm.
generation is and some of the mistakes they're making and how y'all played a role in it. And this maybe the mistakes that y'all made as kids or whatever.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Coming up, I feel like
That's
that y'all
valid.
y'all missed a dope opportunity with a dope chorus and a
Yeah.
dope beat by Alchemist, and
Yeah.
y'all went on there and just blabbed about nothing. You feel me? I hated it. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
I
dang. Yeah.
that if it was on if they stuck with the chorus's theme,
And the
would have loved
theme.
it.
Yeah.
Would have loved it.
Cause it
Um,
sound fly, bro. Like people like that's the thing too. That's what we love about like the artists that we really rock with is their ability to like place these type of things in there. Had they like had like let's just say for argument's sake, if they had like maybe not a generic hook, but maybe they had a just a hook that just sounded good, but they integrated these same themes in the
mhm.
actual verses, we would be like, we would love it. Versus the
Absolutely.
inverse, I hear you. I still love this joint, but like you definitely got a valid point.
Yeah, that was my only concern. Like it started off, I was excited. I said, "Oh, okay,
Yeah.
I'll put an introspective joint on here." Then it kept going, and I was like, "Is this the same song?" I had to like replay it. Like
Yeah.
y'all
Yeah.
threw me off with that one, man. Y'all had like golden opportunity to talk about something. You know what I mean? That was valid. But other points on this album, I feel like, dude, they talk about the importance of raising your family. They talk about
Yeah.
hustling and being ambition and going out there and getting it. So there's a lot of
Mhm.
that on here too. It's just
Yeah.
that one. Y'all started with the chorus, and I felt like y'all was going somewhere. Y'all did not get to the
Yeah.
destination on that one. Y'all.
Yeah.
Other than that, man, I think overall, I think it's a dope project. Their styles work really, really well together.
They do.
And I didn't expect that, man. And shout out 2 Chainz, man. I remember 2 Chainz came and performed at our homecoming. This was my freshman year in college. And I remember I used to always say, like, I wasn't the biggest 2 Chainz fan because I feel like he had a lot of goofy, cringe-worthy bars, which
He
I still
did though.
feel, and he does on this too, by the way. There's some bars on here where I'm like, what are
Yeah.
we doing? Like,
Yeah.
what he say? I got more Eve than Tennessee. He be saying some stuff. I'll
Yeah,
be like, all
man.
right. But when I saw him live, fire,
Hmm.
fire.
What
Like,
made it fire though? He's
his
not someone I would
performances, bro,
expect.
because this was when
Uh,
he had a bunch of like, this was when he was featuring on everybody's song. This was when he like just
uh-huh.
signed to good music. And I remember he on stage, no entourage, no hype man, by himself, him, microphone, and killed up there like over an hour, bro.
That's
Just
crazy.
floating over songs, doing all the features, all the. And I'm like, yo, and I didn't realize dude was like 6'5", like huge,
Yeah, bro, he saw.
up there going crazy. And I just was like, oh, I get this now, like.
Yeah.
But at first, I was like, nah. Like, I liked some of the stuff he did with Player Circle, but I wasn't like sold on him as a solo artist for real.
Mm-mm, nah, I don't think, bro. I think he's one that we talked about this in one of our first episodes with him kind of like rebranding and him kind of
Mhm.
like really changing like everybody's perception of him, bro. Because as Titty Boy, he wasn't like, I don't think anybody saw this coming, right? Like,
The only song he had as Titty Boy that I think I liked was I'm riding around and I'm getting it. It's my
yeah.
I spent I had
Mhm.
Chicago going crazy. I remember I remember that one. That was the one I remember. But other than
Was
that,
he 2 Chainz in or he was still Titty
I don't
Boy?
know. I feel like he might have been Titty Boy around that time. I think that was like
Maybe.
right before, or maybe he had just changed. I don't know.
Yeah,
But
something like that. I remember that record, but yeah, that I could see Chicago folks going crazy.
that was one of those ones. Well, other than that, I wasn't really hip to him till that yeah, to the good music switch when he started hopping on the tracks with them, and I was like, oh, okay. But me
Yeah,
seeing him live, I was like, oh,
you
okay,
get it
he can
now.
rap.
Yeah,
Okay, this is dope. Like seeing
yeah.
it live. Sometimes seeing people live changes your perception of them as an artist. Like
Both good and bad. Cause
Rap and Reason Podcast with Dr. Jeremy C. McCool and Earl Hopkins.